Hello, welcome back to this week's YouTube video. This week I am going to discuss some of the things that you should look for while you're house hunting if you're planning on having kids or if you're moving from one house to another and you might be a little bit distracted already having such a busy household with those kids. The first thing I'm going to bring up is where the rooms are situated in the house. A lot of people don't actually think about where these rooms are situated, but the most ideal situation for you is to have the parents' room at the top of the house, at the bedroom that is closest to the stairwell, and the kids' room to be on the other side of the upper level, so that way if they somehow get out of their rooms at night or if there's a potential burglary, you guys are that first line of defense for either them getting out of their room and falling down the stairs, so they'll make enough noise that hopefully you wake up, or for in that worst case scenario, if there is a burglary, you guys are the room that's first and you guys can tackle that issue without the kids' room being jeopardized right at the top of the stairs. Now, secondly, there's a lot of different floor plans in houses that are out there, and one type of layout that I'd really caution you if you do think you're going to have kids or if you do currently have kids that are younger especially is when there's a step down. So sometimes you have a sunken family room, a sunken dining room, a sunken living room. And if you do have young kids, anything where there's an immediate drop off is going to be a huge issue because you're going to want to put a large gate blocking that off so they don't fall down or trip up it and bang their head. So consider when you're walking through a house that does have this sunken layout, it may not be ideal if you're thinking of having kids or if you do have kids. Don't let the facade of a beautifully staged house distract you from some of the very, very important things to your kids' safety when you are looking at these houses. Thirdly, school district. If you're thinking of that far ahead, maybe your kids are already 2 or 3 years old and school is, a very close thing that you guys can actually see in the near future, where if you're thinking of having kids and you're not at that point yet, school district is something that you're not necessarily tackling that far ahead. But if you're buying a house that you plan on being your forever home, you might want to do some research, talk to your agent and see what that house offers in terms of public school, Catholic school. Is there a daycare close by if you're just going to be having younger kids? You want to know what your options are so you're not forced to have another move too soon and have that unexpected expense of having to do this all over again. Having young kids myself and using the stroller as much as we do, one thing that is very, very important is to have garage access to your house so you can get in and out of your house, leave the stroller in the garage, or worst case scenario, have a nice open foyer where the stroller can go in and out without blocking your day-to-day movement. So you don't want to have a stroller blocking your very narrow hallway to get to and from either end of the house. This would be a nightmare, and I've dealt with this for a very short period of time. It's not ideal at all. Garage access is the best option by far. So think about houses that have garage access. This will make your life a lot easier going in and out of the house. And last but not least is the addition of baby gates. Some houses are full open concept, and this is something that everybody loves nowadays. They love a nice open high ceiling room. But if you have young kids or you're planning on having kids, having a house that's more compartmentalized, where you have a dining room, a living room, a family room, a little bit more disjointed and separate, will allow you to put up gates to close off some of these spaces so your kids aren't just running laps around the house. And this will offer a lot more flexibility for you as parents to kind of, set up a space that works for your kids and your family and not have to watch every single item in that open concept layout. You never know what your kids are going to get their hands on, so you want to be careful with how your layout is set up and that there's not too many tripping hazards or dangerous items that they might be able to get their hands on. If you found this helpful and you've got kids, let me know what are some things that you're specifically looking for when you are going through that house, especially if you're going from your first house to your second house. What did your first house not have that you absolutely need now that you have kids? Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on the next video next Monday. Have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.